Alright, team. It's taking a little while to get set up, but we're there. Episode 3 of AMYAP. 3 of us are back. We will switch out the coaches here and there every episode, but it seems to be the 3 of us at the moment because
I think they're getting sick of me.
Yeah.
We like to chat.
We like to chat.
Or me.
So this week we are talking about nutrition. What's it for? Why is it important? And leading into our new nutrition program that hopefully help you out a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So, welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Let's set the scene. Why does nutrition matter? Don't all jump in too quickly.
Well, like I tell Isla, food gives your body energy to do the things you ask of it.
Food is fuel.
Food is fuel.
And I mean, if we look at our pyramid, it goes sleep, nutrition, then CrossFit or sport. So it's a really big base or pillar of how we function.
Yeah.
Should be the starting point, right? Not just do lots of training and worry about it later.
Well, I think of it too as it's not just around, like it's obviously really important for training, but it's also really important for, your day-to-day life if you're not fueled well. Like if you need to focus at work or be present with your family or calm or energized, like it can impact those things.
Yeah, just like your general health. Like take CrossFit out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Nutrition's still really important.
Yeah. What does my body need to function, essentially?
Yeah.
It's base pyramid, team. Base of the pyramid.
Yeah.
So, what nutrition actually means at Soul Rebel. There's lots of different things out on the socials about quick fixes, losing weight quickly, putting this on quickly. Like, what's the goal of nutrition? Shouldn't be short term, right?
No, it should be. I was thinking of it as something like, this is a lifestyle that I need to maintain forever. So it's not like I'm doing a 12-week shred or cut or whatever. Even if I wanted to lose a bit of weight, I would still do it in a way that is maintainable across a long period. So it's like, this is something about a way to live your life, essentially.
Yeah.
Versus like, I'm restricting for 12 weeks and I'm in a corner crying because I can't eat what I want. And then you blow up later or whatever.
Yeah.
You put it all back on.
Yeah.
And more.
Yeah. And I guess too, it's like trying to remember that it's the principles are the same, but it can look different at different times of your life. Mm-hmm. So if the principles are there and you've got a really good foundation, you know how to adjust your nutrition depending on your training load or your mental load or whatever else you're doing. But like, so what you're eating might look different, but the principles are all the same. You know what I mean? Yeah.
One of those things is like, what's the difference between eating for performance, eating for aesthetics, and eating for health? Like, what some differences we're going to see between the 3 things?
Well, I've done them all.
Bam. So
Share.
you.
Share.
And eating for performance is my favourite.
Which not everyone would say that, because it's hard.
It is hard. You got to eat a lot.
You got to eat a lot.
And every time I tried to eat for aesthetics, it didn't work well. I was really unhappy. I ended up looking worse than if I ate for performance.
Yeah.
Which goes to say something.
Yeah.
And then there's, I feel like, eating for health, which is kind of in the middle, which is like, maybe you don't need to be like forcing as much food or carbs down. But like you said, the principle really very similar. And it's very, like, you're just adding in a bit more here or changing.
Or
or what you eat
change.
before you train type thing.
I love what you said about I wasn't very happy. Like emotion comes a lot into, it's controlled a lot by what food you put in the body, right? So if you're not getting the fuel, your mindset and your emotions are going to be all over the place as well.
I think that's hard too. I reckon it comes from, generations of trying to eat a certain way. I was reading a book for Isla the other day. What was it? There's a hippopotamus on my roof eating cake.
Oh, yeah.
That's the name of the book. And it goes through all these different sections of the story. And there was one part of the story that was, Mummy's on a diet. She's eating cheese, tomato and lettuce for lunch. And I was like, I'm not reading that line. I will not read that. So, like, you know, it depends what your background's been as well with what your approach is, and unlearning a lot of that is really hard.
Yeah.
Was that my first side quest? Was that relevant?
I think it was kind of relevant. But there is if we're wrapping back around to do you want the difference between...
Yeah, just a general.
Yeah.
So performance, more carbs,
Yeah.
more volume, aesthetics, less.
and less
Yes.
CrossFit and less high intensity.
Yeah.
It takes you out of that.
Yeah.
And then health is just good, well-rounded food and making sure that you're full and satiated. But yeah, you're not having to like do 100 kilo clean. I don't know. You know, it's just a little bit more in the middle there.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So, why would most nutrition plans fail? Ours doesn't fail, by the way.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what the meal plan is that you're being prescribed, depending on who it comes from. Not everyone comes from like a CrossFit or a high intensity kind of background, and they don't understand how much food is required to do even just 1 hour class of CrossFit a day. So I think that's where a lot of it can fail if you've been prescribed the wrong intake. But then also we were sort of discussing before, it can be an accountability thing. It could be a knowledge, like you think you're doing the right thing, but it's actually not supporting you, or it's way out of your calories, or
Donuts don't fit in with a
Yeah.
plan in some way.
yeah.
But the accountability thing is huge. Having someone to keep you on track. It's like CrossFit class.
Support.
Yeah, the coaches are there to tell you what to do, but also support you in how you're doing it and get you through that class. And having a coach through your nutrition is going to be just doing the same thing. It's like supporting you to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Keep you on track and keep you accountable to doing X, Y, Z to what you need to improve your nutrition, right?
Yeah, like if you've never done CrossFit before, you wouldn't just like start and assume you know everything. You'd be like, cool, I'm going to go get a coach to help me.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, like, don't just think you know what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Like, get some help.
Well, particularly if you're not getting the result. You might not even be thinking about your nutrition, but you're like, my sleep is off, my energy dips at a certain time of day, my training's plateaued. You're thinking of all these things, and then you haven't actually thought of nutrition before, and it's probably what's holding you back from all the other parts.
Yeah.
What about something like how simple or complex the program is as well? Like, nutrition doesn't have to be complex. It's just eating food, right? If you're given a simple task to follow, what I'm getting is like some people overcomplex it to be all fancy with their programs, but then it doesn't work because people don't follow it.
Yeah.
It should be simple.
Yeah, and I think that can be what's overwhelming with not wanting to work with a coach, because it means you need to change everything in your whole world to focus on nutrition, whereas having a coach can actually be like, we're going to change 1 meal a day, or we're going to add something to that 1 meal a day, and that's it to start with. So it's not an overhaul kind of thing all the time.
So then,
Sometimes it is.
So,
what's our program?
Some will be overhauled.
So why is our program different? What does it involve?
Well, so there's 3 different levels. So depending on what we feel our members need, or the people that come to us need. So 3 different, I guess, levels of support. But we ask for a 12-week minimum commitment. Because good things like this take time to change. It's not going to happen overnight. And then there'll be, an in-body scan at the beginning and the end. And then you'll have one of us 3, depending on who you want to choose, supporting you, helping you with giving you a meal plan and what it is that you should be eating. And I think it's very important to note that is like a meal plan. It's not a diet. Right? So like we're helping you eat the right amount of food. I don't think we should be thinking about this is my diet plan. And then you get weekly accountability, depending on what level it is, whether it's an email, a phone call, messages, and that comes into the different levels.
Essentially it's a lot about accountability. The higher the level, the more accountability you're going to get. If you need more help, then we're going to recommend having more help. Where if you've already got some sort of knowledge base and can work a bit more autonomously, awesome. We're just going to give you a little bit of guidance here and there and check in. But yeah, we're going to keep it simple. Like, there's no magic pills or anything like that involved. It's just, here's the work, go and do it. Yeah. Sounds really, really easy, right?
Yeah, well, what are they?
It's disappointingly easy.
Disappointing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think what they say nutrition is simple. Nutrition is easy. It's just hard to do.
Yeah.
Because it comes down to you being disciplined and wanting to do it.
Yeah.
So it is actually really simple and straightforward. Like, here are the meals you need to eat, or this is the type of macro breakdown that you need to have.
Yeah.
But then it's when you get to the weekend and you're like, oh, but my friends are going for a beer. Or like, oh, the donut's there. Like, that's where it's hard. It's on you to have the accountability.
Yeah.
To be like, why am I doing this? Why have I put this structure in place? What money am I wasting by going off? And so, like, bringing it back to that why, I think, helps keep you a bit more accountable. But it is really kind of straightforward and simple. It's just the implementing of it. And being
the
accountable.
action of prepping and shopping and not getting to the point where it's mealtime and you don't have anything in the house you can throw together, for example. Like, those moments. And it's okay to have those moments, but if you're doing that consistently, that's where a coach can be helpful. To be like, have these staples here, and, whatever.
Yeah, which is literally what I did with one of our clients on the weekend. I was like, okay, well, here's a really simple, easy meal plan that you can throw together or have prepped so that when the weekend comes around, you have these options.
Yeah.
So there's little tips and tricks and hacks and stuff that we have that should make that easier for you so that you don't have to figure out and go through it on your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
So day to day, what happens on the program? Like, what happens after someone signs up?
Well, we have a look at what they currently are doing. Like, we have like a
Intake form?
Yeah, an intake form, and then like a half an hour meeting just to like go through what we're currently doing and what we sort of expect and how it all works. And then that'll help give us a good idea of, like I said, what of the levels you need to be on. I guess how much support you need. But then, yeah, you get a meal plan, which will have your macro breakdown if you're that way inclined or interested. But it can also just be like, here are the 4 meals I want you to eat in a day, or a variation of them. And then from there, you get to go away, implement it, do some shopping, have the first week to kind of figure it out, because you never get it right in the first week. And then we're here to support you through that, answer any questions you have. And then the weekly check-ins from there are like, what was hard? What couldn't you adhere to? What meal didn't you like? Why couldn't you hit this protein target, or whatever it is? And we're there to help and support and change any meal plans that you need, or meals that you need, so that it's something that you can achieve.
Things
is
like,
that everything? Yeah.
Do they need to track food or macros or calories, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so they've got the choice. Or this is the way I see it. Some people are like, I'm a real numbers type person, and I like to like every meal be tracking, or like taking a photo and making notes so that I kind of know what's coming or what I have left in the day. But I know some people really dislike that. Yeah. So you don't have to track it. That's where we will give you the meals with the weight or the breakdown, like 120 grams of rice. So then all you need to do is literally weigh the rice before you eat it. You're not having to like log it, take a photo.
Based off measurements.
Yeah, the measurements are there. And even once you do that for a couple of weeks, you get a good eye on what that measurement is. Maybe it's just a pre-bought cup of rice, so you don't really need to do anything.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. You've got the choice of either.
I think it's important too. It was cool how you mentioned in that first week, then we work out like what you liked, what we didn't like, what didn't work. Because maybe what holds people back is waiting for when they feel they're in a position in life where they can take it on. Like when things calm down or things get quieter or less busy. But what I hear a lot at the moment is that everyone's always busy now. I don't know why. Why are we all busy all the time? But that's actually when you need the most support.
Yeah.
Which means just start. It doesn't have to be perfect and
100%.
rigid. Yeah.
And if you're, let's say, worried about macros as such, like habits is another good thing to change. Like, cool, we're not going to look at hitting certain percentages or numbers of calories. It's going to be cool. Like, let's just swap out all the Coke you drink or the pop you drink, change for water or change for a soda.
Yeah.
Pop. It's an English thing maybe. Like just making little changes in their habit that then they can implement for a longer term as well.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go down that macro route if that doesn't work for you. And again, like it's just individual approach. We can tweak those habits over time. Yeah. Tracking progress. You mentioned in-body scans. There'll be a scan at the start and a scan at the finish to see that change. Again, there's not just that one way to see progress, right? What else we got?
The big one for me is like your energy. Like I'm like, how are you feeling? How are you sleeping? Like, are you still having that 3 p.m. crash? So like asking people how they feel, but then also what how do your clothes fit? Like I'm not so stressed necessarily about the number on the scale, but it's like, yeah, can you feel like your clothes are a bit looser or feel a bit different?
Yeah, and a bit different too, because sometimes like they might feel tighter in certain areas because your shoulders have gotten bigger or something.
Yeah.
Vulcan.
I had to give one of my jackets to my friend. I was pretty sad about it.
And yeah, you can work out those ways of helping what success means for you on the program between you and your coach at the same time as well. It doesn't have to be XYZ. Concerns, objections to jumping on a nutrition program?
From us or?
What might members have concerns of?
I can just do it myself.
Yeah.
Which if you can do it yourself, that is awesome.
Yeah.
But if you've been saying that for a long time and not making changes, what have you got to lose over the next 3 months? You get to the end of the 3 months and you learn something and you stop, or you love it so much you're benefiting that you continue another, what is?
Yeah. We've got down here, lack of time. You're eating food. You're not eating food because you haven't got time. It's just making a few changes to help maybe to make that time even easier for you. I've tried everything before. No concern.
It's a really hard one because you do hear that a lot, and there might be something deeper going on that you might need to try a few things and then get referred on to getting some kind of testing. I would say from my experience, hearing I've tried everything has often come back to like you have consistently not eaten enough food. Like that's the biggest thing I hear whenever I do in-body scans is thinking I'm not, like they think they're eating enough, but then you hear what they eat and it's not enough calories or nutrients at all. There's like some bulk every now and then, but yeah, chronically under eating is a bit of a problem.
I think it's insane. I think because people think I want to lose weight and I want to feel better. And I remember having a little stint of this even like last year.
Yeah.
And I started to decrease my calories and I was exhausted. I gained weight because I wasn't sleeping properly. I wasn't recovering. Like it did the exact opposite. And then I had to be like, hang on a second, like, and I've already, you relearn the lesson a couple times.
Yeah, no, we all do.
Ate more of the right things, brought my body back to like this base level where it could function properly again, and then even pushed past that and ate more and then lost weight. Like almost like ate an extra 1,000 calories and the weight came off.
Yeah.
So I think people really underestimate how much they should be eating, and they think less is more, but it's actually like more of the right things at the right time and fueling your body properly lets your body work in the right ways, and then the weight comes off.
Yeah.
And I would argue the other thing is if someone said I've tried everything, I would have a genuine conversation with them about how legitimately they stuck to their plan.
Yeah.
Like honesty, like did you actually
4 days and then hitting the weekend doesn't count. And I think the hard part is too, like I think, did we talk about alcohol the other day? Like you may eat wonderfully Monday to Friday, but if you
even Monday to Sunday.
True,
but if you throw some beers in there.
If you throw alcohol in Friday and or Saturday, or like a glass of wine every single night, that will throw things off really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. Yeah.
That's one of the other objections, like, I don't want to give up XYZ. It's like, well, if you want to make changes, you might have to limit XYZ or get rid of XYZ. So it's facing those. Or
just choose when to have XYZ.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to. That's the biggest thing too. You don't have to be in a position where you're like, okay, you need to be prepared not to have
Donuts
any
ever
cookies, donuts, pizza, like all those things. We have those things. It's just not a consistent part of your day. Yeah.
It's a balance.
Yeah, it's like you initially kind of strip it all back to give your body the time to recover and like heal and nourish and do what it should, and that could literally be a month, like 4 weeks of your entire fucking lives.
There goes the swearing.
Sorry.
There's the E next to our name there.
4 weeks of like stripping it back, and then your body works properly, you see the weight start to come off, and then you can have one wine here or you can have the chocolate here. But it's like when you're consistently doing that, of course it's going to be hard to make any changes. You can't keep
I think sometimes too there's a bit of social pressure, like when you go out, because you know what I've heard in the past is people saying the way I socialise with my friends is that we do go to the pub or we do this or that. But you can still make different choices that might actually inspire the people around you to make choices. And then next minute, you might still be going to the pub, or maybe next time you catch up, you're going rock climbing or doing cool shit. You know, listening to live music and being at the pub is cool. And there's not whatever. But you might start doing some different stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Go for a walk. Go for whatever. Do something different.
Adventure.
But also, if you
caving.
But if you...
You could go caving.
No. But also, if you don't want to drink, like, go into the pub with your mates and be like, I'm not drinking. Or, like, just go and order a soda water. Like, it doesn't need to be this whole thing.
Yeah.
If you give them an inch, like, oh, I'm trying not to, they'll convince you.
Yeah.
Like, just be like, I'm not, no.
They're your worst friends at that point.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a straight no. Or don't even discuss it, just go and get a soda water.
Yeah.
And just let it not be a thing. Like,
but also
it's how
tap
much you
into
want.
how it makes you feel. I haven't drunk much since having Isla, and when we went to Mumford & Sons, I had 3 whiskeys. And I said to you on that was Friday night, I said to you on Monday how shit that workout felt. So you imagine if you're drinking every weekend, and then in the gym you're wondering why this workout feels so shit, I can tell you.
It's the
because
whiskey.
of that. But if you're doing it every weekend, you might not realise.
You don't realise.
Because it's your cycle and it's how you feel. Yeah, whereas for me, I was like, it took me a week.
So, with our nutrition program, like, who is it for? And also, who isn't it for? Like, there's some of you that might not need it. Who's it for to start with?
Everybody.
No, start with who it's not for.
Who's not for then? Alright, let's start with who's not for.
Yeah, well, I think we mentioned that there is actually, you know, as much as we want to say it's for everyone, and we've probably got degrees of things we can do to help everyone. At the same time, if you're not ready to make a change or willing, even if you're like, these are the things I'm experiencing and I don't want to experience those things, but then you don't want to make these changes that's going to impact that, well then don't sign up to it. Yeah.
You got to want to do it. You got to have a reason, and it's got to outweigh all your other bad habits, you know? Like, you got to finally put your foot down. I think I said to someone the other day, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Oh, is that your next tattoo?
On my forehead. On my forehead.
The next t-shirt.
So you just do this every time. Next t-shirt, for sure.
You gotta want it. You gotta want.
Yeah.
You gotta want it. We can't force that onto you. We can support you a lot.
Yeah.
But we can't be
making
your meals for you.
And I would
that
say
costs a lot more.
it'd be fun.
Yeah.
It's also I think like when I because we've done in-body scans for a long time, we've had it for years, and I do think if you are someone who, when you do your next scan, it's the same results and the same results and the same results, meaning they're the results you don't want. It's, you're not looking for maintenance. That's where you're like, okay, this is telling me that I am closer and closer to disease. As age goes up and my visceral goes up, for example, or stays the same. Like, you gotta really want to make the change.
Yeah.
And how much longer do you want to wait? You know, I kind of
So
feel like this
the longer you
sometimes.
leave it.
Yeah, and it's okay if you're not ready, but you really need to work out, when will I feel ready? What does that feel like, you know?
Yeah, the only time you ever feel ready is when you've really hit rock bottom. Like, something really bad happens is what I find. That is the only time you'll ever actually think, I'm ready to do the change.
Yeah.
Or
Which
happens
would
to
be-
a close one next to you as well.
Yeah.
Let's say
Yeah.
a parent has a
Yeah.
heart attack or whatever like that, and you're like, oh, that might kick you.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
But-
hopefully you actually don't reach that.
No, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's not often that people like really like throw themselves
Yeah.
into it, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe that's the problem too, though. Like rock bottom's here. If you're here, you're just
Love it.
floating.
You don't realize how good you can feel.
Yeah.
But it is insane that in our life of 95 years or whatever, that we can't decide to give 3 months, and I guarantee you those 3 months will change the rest of your effing lives. Like, it's, and I even battle with it sometimes. I'm like, oh, nah, not now, or like, oh, I've got something on the weekend. I'm like, I made a change recently, and it was, I kid you not, it was 2 months. 2 months. And I feel like a completely different person.
What was the change? Can you share?
Well, it was a lot of gut health stuff
Oh, the gut.
and my
Yes,
nutrition,
yes, yes, yes.
which went hand in hand with some other lifestyle changes too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm like, all it took was 2 months where there was definitely some like days or nights where I was like, wow, I'm really bored. You know, like I'm really just eating my meals and.
Yeah.
But now, if I think about what I gave up in those 2 months and how happy I've been since, and how good I feel,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's set me up for like how many years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Like-
and
Yeah, it comes
getting
back to the emotion.
yeah.
Yeah.
How happy.
And getting content
Yeah.
with the monotonous chore
Mm.
of eating, and it doesn't always have to be super exciting. Just this is nutritious, eat it, make it exciting later on another day.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got so much excitement in other places, like my strength in the gym went through the roof, or, you know, my sleep was so much better, so I was waking up happier and I was connecting better with my family. Like, it just
99%.
like,
99%.
just, I don't understand.
99% was your sleep the other
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
I had 100 the other day.
Oh,
I had
you
100
did?
on
You
my-
hit it?
Yeah, I had 100. I did, yeah.
Boom.
So it just blows my mind that we can't stop and think like, what is 3 months or 2 months or whatever
In the big.
in the big picture?
Yeah.
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 Rant over.
Yeah.
So then,
Good
I
rant,
think that
yeah.
covers who's it for. Everybody.
Mm.
Yeah. Everybody. Mindset. And we covered a lot of it in that talk then, but it's not just changing food, it's changing mindset around the food and changing mindset around your approach to eating, which is again why we have 12 weeks.
Mm.
And it's again not just 12 weeks, it's 12 weeks setting you up for 95 years, by the sounds of it.
Another 95? Like from now?
Yeah.
Oh god, probably by the time, yeah, technology.
Boom.
Okay.
And you've had some personal experience there. Anything you guys want to share of your own nutrition in the past?
I mean, I kind of have given a few stories. I could talk
Yeah.
about this forever. Like, I really could.
Yeah.
I'm not one to track. Like, I hate weighing, measuring. And the times I have tracked a little bit, definitely seen different results in energy and output as well. So, even if you're not a tracker like me, like, again, like Nuna says, like 2 months or month of doing it will make a difference.
Well, it makes, I think what I've learned from doing it, like on and off over time, is just recognizing when you look at a plate, you can kind of see what's a carb source, what's a fat source, what's a protein source, and you have a rough idea of like what's the main macro that it is, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah,
is this
so-
really high in protein, or is this really high in carb, or that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
educating
Yeah.
yourself. Or
I'm always surprised on how many people don't understand what is a protein, what is a carb.
Yeah.
And a Big Mac is not a protein or a carb.
Yeah.
Well, probably more carbs, but yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But even understanding the makeup of like on a training day versus a really, really active day versus like quite a sedentary day, and how to just like you're having the same meal but the ratio changes a bit. Like that's a cool thing to learn too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something a little more inspiring.
well, but also like I think people are like, oh no, like one of the biggest things I see, people don't eat breakfast, which is wild.
Cut. We're back. What are you saying?
I think the biggest thing I see is people don't eat breakfast, which is crazy. Like, if we were talking about habits and nothing else, start eating breakfast, like, immediately.
Yeah.
And then they maybe have, like, a coffee and, like, a small snack or a croissant or something for, like, lunch. And then they graze and they're like, oh, I had a few snacks, but the snacks were nothing. And then I had a big dinner. And I'm like, hang on, what were the snacks?
Were everything.
Yeah.
Like, what was this?
Yeah.
Mars
And they're
bar.
like, yeah, it was like, oh, it was just a small thing of chips, or like I had some nuts, and then I had like, I don't know, a muesli bar. But when you actually look into what's in all of it, that has been more than a whole proper meal. And
Yeah, because it's little and not
Yeah.
filling and...
well, and that makes it even worse. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not full, and then you want more of
And
it.
you're
And
going, and you're so hungry.
so that's part of, I guess, the knowledge and the educating yourself around that, which we will do and help with.
Yeah. Definitely the breakfast thing is the biggest thing, though.
I don't know. I wake up hungry,
Yeah.
which is a
And
great sign.
Actually, I will say that sometimes the comment that gets said back, I'm not hungry in the mornings. And that actually doesn't mean that you shouldn't eat. That might mean that your cortisol is like high or low.
Well, you train yourself, and that exactly.
And you start small.
You're meant to wake up hungry.
Yeah.
And
Start
have a bowel
small,
movement.
start.
So, you know, if you're not having
We'll go
either of
there.
those things.
Be consistent. Be
And on that-
consistent. Is that literally in the mornings when
Yeah,
it's
you're
meant
supposed to, yeah.
Ah.
On that, we're not. If we see that you're not sleep, we'll question you about sleep. We'll question you about other stuff as well and how that's fitting in
Yeah.
around just your whole lifestyle. So it's nutrition coaching, but it's also holistic coaching on top of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I've been trying to do recently is fuel better after workouts because I don't refuel, and by mid-afternoon, I'm like, well, I've got nothing left.
Yeah. Falling asleep in front of an episode of Bluey.
Yeah, I love Bluey.
Seriously.
No, Dragons. How to Train Your Dragons, guys, get on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's I've learned a bit around that for myself recently and made some changes around that. So yeah,
I'm surprised, to be honest. You don't eat after you train.
I eat. I just don't eat the right stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. That's something to keep in mind too. Like, we've trialed and errored a lot of things. Like, a lot of things.
Cool.
And I think that's something that why we can offer what we're offering, but also knowing that it's okay to do something for a while and be like, is this working? And then change it a bit. Because it does, like I said before, it's not the same for your entire life. You just understand how it needs to change.
Yeah, and everyone will have slightly different requirements, and it can be a bit of trial and error, but
Yeah.
it's moving in the right direction.
Like, when an Olympian retires, they're going to be eating quite different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of
that's
thing.
why some athletes blow out once they retire.
Blue.
Anyway, we better start wrapping this up. It's been a while. These two can talk for a while.
Yeah. Haven't
so-
even mentioned the weather.
Oh my god. So, nutrition program is up and running. If you are interested, there is a limited intake because there's only so many people we can handle at one time as an individual, as a team. So if you're interested, let us know. We will then get some information out to you. Once that's come back, then we'll get you on the program and get you started, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm
We've
excited.
already got one up and running.
Yeah.
There's one client going.
Good to go.
I've had some interest from others over the year.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, this nutrition program, so
Yeah.
very excited to get it going.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting.
Cool.
Very
Incredibly.
amazingly.
Mucho exciting.
Sorry, guys. If you're still listening, we're going to wrap it up.
But seriously, has
Yeah.
summer left us for good?
I think it's gone
That's
now.
so funny.
I
Cause
think it's gone now.
What do you mean it's gone?
Summer. It's
Summer.
gone.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you meant as it stopped recording.
No.
I don't care. I'll continue this conversation. I think tomorrow, Thursday, is going to be a top of 11. Did you hear that?
Oh,
Yes.
I think I need to buy warmer clothes.
Yeah. Every year I'm just like, no, because then I'll get hot. But then when I feel cold, I realise
It's
how
not
effing cold my legs are. Need to do better. So send through your thermal
This will be a
recommendations.
side quest. It's a new podcast. The girls talk about weather for hours.
Hours.
Yeah.
We could.
Good.
We
Good.
Maybe
Anyway.
we should just start with it.
Yeah.
We're off.
Wrap it up.
We are.
Thanks for listening this far. Bye.